Well, there are well-managed fisheries, and a few are in the States. This is a fishery where you don't, the fishing mortality is such that the biomass is, say, 60% of the unfished biomass. So you reduce the biomass by fishing to less than half the value that it would have on the average in the unfished stocks. And if you can do that, you will catch near the maximum that you can obtain without damaging the ecosystem. Now, each of these things that I said is contested by some other people, but this is the raison d'être. This is the of fishery science, really. You reduce the biomass a bit. It produces a yield because it consists of fish that are more like a forest, more in a growing phase, and you get a continuous yield that can be maintained and will have to vary with the environment, but you can maintain, if you maintain the effort, the fishing effort, and hence the fishing mortality at some low level, you can keep exploiting different species in your ecosystem and get away with it. But it's getting away with it, not harming the system too much. It's almost like being a parasite on, don't harm your host. It's always compromised by people who want to maximize things. And they want, in a system, in an ecosystem where fish eat each other, you cannot, for example, exploit cod and herring, which are their prey, at maximum level. You have to consider that. But the fishes who are specialized in catching herring and the fishes who are specialized in cod, they don't talk to each other, and they will lobby, each of them, for getting the maximum. So that's how we get into one catastrophe after the other, because we don't consider the fact that this animal eat each other, that you need a functioning ecosystem for this species, in which the species can be embedded, for this species to thrive. And there are systems that, for example, will maintain a species, a cod, but everything else kaput. Or they will concentrate on a cod and not touch anything, and then it goes kaput. Either of these things is crazy. The moderation is really the name of the game. Moderation and being reasonable. But basically, our economic system now is not reasonable. The rate of profit, 3, 5, 4, 5%, is not sufficient. People want to have extra profit. It must be 20% per year, and it must increase. Now, the equivalent thing is natural system, forest, fish stocks will give you 3, 4, 5% per year. So you can run an operation where you get a certain catch, and then that's it. Like the cod in Eastern Canada before the development of this monster industry. That was what, 100,000 tons a year, 200,000 tons,
50, I think,
and it okay, and but we want to have 700,000 tons. So what, as a result, we have nothing, and that is the lesson here is generalizable. This is what happened worldwide. People will tell you, oh, but we need fish. Yeah, then go get it, and then you don't have any. We need fruit. We're going to cut the trees that give you the fruit. Yeah, then you don't have any. It is trivial, and it's simple, and it's stupid. You don't need rocket science and
force. Kind of obvious in some ways. If you take out more than its ability to replenish itself.
Yeah, and basically the equation by our colleagues that developed this thing to enable us to maximize and maximize more and more and not to fall, getting more complicated. I have, for my own, I have ceased to be able to comprehend the complexity of some of these models. They are beyond me, and but they have not prevented any of these collapses. The cod was managed in Eastern Canada with a computer model of incredible complexity, and they were trying to go to the edge, but really get back from the edge, and then you don't need so much complexity, so much complexity, and you go back to the fisheries that has worked for 300 years.